everyone, welcome to Birds of a Feather. Today we're crocheting up this adorable Santa-inspired crochet pouch, and it's going to hold my cell phone. So to start, I'm going to make a slip knot. I'm using a number 5 crochet hook, and we're going to start by chaining 13. If you'd like to crochet in real time with me, just let the video roll, but if you're confident with each step, feel free to skip to the next placeholder. So let's just measure this against our cell phone. And that's looking pretty good. Now, you might think that's a little tight, but we are going to be adding some stitches in. So let's chain 1. And then what we're going to do is single crochet all the way across. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now in the 13th stitch, the last one here, we're going to crochet 3. So 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to go back along the other side of the chain. So you're just going to grab that single loop and we're going to single crochet across once again. So that's 1, 2. Now if it's a little too complicated for you to crochet in this tail end, you can always do that after. Just leave it loose and use a tapestry hook or just the crochet hook to weave it in. So let's continue. That's 3, 4, 5, 'This yarn tends to split. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now in the 13th stitch here, once again we're going to single crochet 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now this will be our third, but before we complete this last stitch, to complete the single crochet, we're going to introduce our white yarn. So I'm going to be using this really cool sort of velour yarn here. So I'm going to go grab that, and on this last stitch we're going to change to white. On the last single crochet before we complete the stitch, we're just going to bring in our white yarn and pull it through those 2 loops. Then we're going to tighten off the red, and we're not going to cut the red off, we're going to keep the red, and we're going to single crochet across this row of red stitches. Once again, I'm working in the tail end by sandwiching it in between as I crochet across. Instead of crocheting it in, you can also use a tapestry needle or use your crochet hook at the very end just to weave it in on the wrong side of the stitches. So we're crocheting right across the front with single crochets. We're not going to go around the other end in this instance. At the end of this row, we're going to turn around and then we're going to start our loop stitch. Our loop stitch is a 2-row repeat, so this is the first row of that repeat. So in my case, I've done about 14 stitches here. It might be different for yours depending on the size of your cell phone. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to start our loop stitch. You're going to insert your hook, draw up your loop, then you're going to bring your hook around, catch the other side of it, come around your finger, and pull through. And this is very much as if you're doing a single crochet, except now you've got this loop captured around your finger. So you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook. Now you can release that loop, and you've got your loop formed on the other side. So again, insert your crochet hook, draw up a loop. You're going to bring your hook around, as so. Then you're going to catch the other side, bring it through, yarn over, and through 2 loops on your hook. And you can drop the loop. Now you can make these loops whatever size you want. You can even cut them if you like. So let's show you that again. Insert your hook, draw up your loop, bring your crochet hook around, catch it on the other side here, come through the loop, yarn over, and through both loops on the hook, and you can drop the loop. Now the hardest part is just keeping your loops consistent, so just try to keep the same gauge as you go. So let me show you that one more time. Put your hook through, pull up the yarn with your index finger, bring it around the front, hook it around the back loop, bring it through those stitches very much like a single crochet, yarn over and through 2 loops on the hook. Now you can drop your loop. Again, bring your crochet hook through the next stitch, pull up your loop with the index finger, bring it around the front, hook it around the other yarn here, bring it through the loop, yarn over, and complete that single crochet. Again, through the next stitch, use your index finger to form the hoop, bring it around the front, catch the back of that loop and bring it around and through the loop, yarn over and through both loops on the hook, and then drop the loop. And there you can see the loops forming on the other side. So we're just continuing this all the way down, forming our loops just around your index finger here. Try to be consistent with the tightness of your tension. After a while, it just becomes automatic. You don't even think about the steps that you're doing. When you reach the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn around, and then you're going to single crochet all the way back. So single crochet into each and every stitch. Then when you reach the end of this row, again, you're going to chain 1, turn around, and work your way back using the loop stitch. Now this is a really fun stitch because you can leave it as is, or you can cut the loops. And there we go. Beautiful texture. Once you've reached enough rows, you're just going to fit it over, make sure it reaches the top. And I think that's good enough for now. So what you can do is cut your yarn, and you're just going to bring it through and knot it. Then you're going to pick up your red once again. So you're going to insert your hook into the white loop on the side here, and you're going to pull up a loop in the red. As so. Then you're going to single crochet all the way along the row. When you get to the last stitch, you're going to slip stitch into the white loop here, and then you're going to turn. And then you're going to single crochet all the way back again. And at the end of each and every row, you're going to slip stitch into another white loop so that you bring the sides together. Again, at the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch into the next loop here, turn around, and single crochet back again. Actually, let's just tighten up this slip stitch. Now if I can just show you, that's bringing together the sides here. And your cell phone is going to slip right in, and you're going to come right up the sides, going back and forth in the same manner, picking up the next loops on the side here, then making your way back and picking up the other loops. Now at the end of each row for this particular application, when you're doing the back, you are not going to chain one and turn, you're just going to turn. As you can see, every time you slip stitch into the side, you're closing up this edge, and that forms your pouch. We're about a third of the way there, just a little more to go, and we'll be crocheting the hat. I'm nearing the top even with the front, and I'm just crocheting into the 14th stitch here. Then I'm going to grab 2 loops on the side, and slip stitch, tighten that up. So I slip stitched, I'm turning around and coming back the other way, and I'm going to single crochet another 14 stitches across. As you can see, we've only got a little bit left on the side here to incorporate. And once we're all sealed up at the sides, we'll be able to start our hat. Again, we're finding 2 loops on the side, coming through, and we're just going to slip stitch and then turn our work and head back the other way for another 14 single crochets. Okay, so we just have like one more row here left to incorporate. So I'm going to end here. I'll meet you back here when we're at the very top, and then we'll start our hat. So I'm on the last row here, and I'm approaching this 14th stitch. I'm just going to complete this last single crochet. Again, I'm going to pick up the very last 2 loops in the side here and slip stitch that. And I'm going to turn around and make my way back. I'm going to single crochet 14 across the back here. Okay, now we're on this side of the work. Everything's incorporated, so we're just going to turn and make our way back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now, when we reach the left side on this row and all other rows until the end, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to single crochet back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. Now we're going to turn our work and single crochet across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When we reach this side, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to single crochet across once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to stop short of the 12th stitch and turn around and make our way back to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. On the left side, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now from here on in, we're going to single crochet across. We're going to leave out 1 stitch and simply turn around and make our way back. Again, once we reach here, we're going to chain 1 and turn and continue in that fashion until we're just down to 1 stitch. So I've crocheted 9, I've stopped short of the 10th stitch. I'm simply going to turn and make my way back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Chain 1 and turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, we're stopping short of the 8th stitch. We're simply going to turn, single crochet across the row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1 and turn. Now we're crocheting 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stopping short of the 6th stitch. We're turning around, 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3, again stopping short of the 4th stitch. Turn around, single crochet 1 and 2, chain 1 and turn, single crochet 1, and that's it, you're done. As you can see, you've got this slanty side here, and what we're going to do is single crochet down the side here. So try to get double stitches on the hook. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, and 14 brings us down to the bottom. And as you can see, that neatly tidies off the edge here. And if you like, you can single crochet on this edge, but I think that looks fine. I'm not going to bother. Now you can cut your yarn and knot the end and weave it in. And then what we're going to do is add a button so that we can fasten it, and add a pom-pom onto the edge. Now we're ready to do the pom-pom, and when I initially did the prototype, I actually cut the loops of the pom-pom. I did a traditional pom-pom, but because this yarn tends to shed when it's cut, I've decided to crochet the pom-pom for this next one here. So let's get started on that. We're going to start with a magic circle. You're just crossing over an X here. You're bringing your crochet up and around. Then we're going to chain. Now we're going to crochet 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to tighten up this loop here. We're just going to pull it. As you can see, it forms this circle here. So we're going to slip stitch into that first loop. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're merely going to single crochet around the circle. So we're going to have 8. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to join to our first stitch. So now we're going to decrease. We're going to insert our hook into the first 2 loops of the next 2 single crochets. Then we're going to pull up our loop as usual and complete our single crochet. Then the next one is a normal single crochet, and again we're going to decrease into the next 2 single crochets. So front loop only. So you've got 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and complete the single crochet. Next stitch is a regular single crochet. Once again, into the first 2 loops, pull through, and complete your decrease. Now we're back to the beginning again. We're going to join, and there you've got your little pom-pom. I'm going to cut the yarn. What I have here is a tapestry needle. I'm just going to wrap the yarn around the end here, turn it around, and thread it through the eye. Just guide it through. So now I can just knot that loop. And I'm just going to weave in and out of the top here. So just in and out of the loops. Bring that through. Now, before you tighten this off completely, you might want to put a little bit of stuffing in there. Now, you can either use stuffing or the yarn itself. Let's put a little stuffing in. Oh, by the way, before you do this, let's just bring through that end to hide it. We're going to hide that inside. That can act as a little bit of our stuffing here. Just hide it right in the center. And I'll add just a little more stuffing in here too. You can use the end of your crochet hook just to get that in. Okay, if you want a firmer pom-pom, just add a little bit more stuffing. And again, use the end of your crochet hook just to get it in there. Now you can tighten up. And there you go, you've got your pom-pom. Now I'm going to bring back the cell phone case, and I'll just stitch that onto the end. Just come through the end like this. And come back. And there you go. Pom-pom is done. I'm just going to hide the ends, tie that off, and cut that. And let's give this a try. So cute. Now, as a last step, what you can do is you can add a button just to close it here. For more crochet ideas, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications of our upcoming projects.